Hello and welcome to another G Auto Repair YouTube video. And today we're working on this 2014 Ford Transit Connect. If it looks familiar, is because I have a customer friend of mine that has a fleet of these things. So I've worked on quite a few of them. And today we're having the ABS traction control light on and all that good stuff. And I already did a pre-scan. I do not have this scan tool hooked up. I have the other bigger one, but I did a pre-scan with this one real quick, and these are the codes I got. I got a C0001, C0010, C0020, U0001, U3000, and U3003. So as you can see here, we have a traction control system, control channel A, valve 1, left front inlet control, ABS, pump motor control, high speed CAN communication bus, control module, and battery voltage. So the battery voltage is probably the battery's not all that great. So I did talk to the customer about that, and he said he was going to take care of that later on. He just want to make sure that this light comes off. So I did some research on these codes, and most of them pretty much just pretty straightforward. ABS control module, an internal fault. So I read up on the manual, and they just said pretty much replace the ABS control module and hydraulic control unit. It comes as a unit. I did locate one already from a junkyard. The new ones from the from the dealer were super expensive, but I'm wondering if I can do like I did on the other, or I've done on the other control units that I fooled around with, where I can just replace the module itself, because most of the time these valves, they're just solenoid spool valves, and the solenoid part of it, or the coil part of it I should say, is built into the module. And you can see there should be four Torx, or yeah, in this case they're Torx, 4 Torx screws that come out, and normally these things tend to just slide right on out, and you can slide the new one back in there. I've done this on Toyota, I've done this on my Ford truck. Actually no, I did change the entire unit on my Ford truck because of it was a pump motor problem. It was a shorted motor, but I was able to separate it, and it's easy to come apart. So I'm wondering if maybe I can do the same. I'm not sure. This thing is kind of a bear to get to because it's buried under the battery and all that good jazz back in there. So maybe I might be able to get away with it. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it in the vehicle yet because it is way in there, and I can't really get to it right now without removing some stuff. I did do some preliminary checks yesterday. I checked, you know, the fuses and whatnot. Everything looks okay for the most part. I will say that oh, you know what, I forgot to check something that my friend told me to check, which was the motor mounts. I totally forgot about that. I will have to get back on that one. This one looks like there may be a little bit of leakage there. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a hydraulic one. I'll probably be able to see that one once I get the battery out, so I'll take a look there. But anyways, that's besides the point of this video. I want to see if I could just replace the module itself and take care of the issue without doing too much mumbo jumbo on the hydraulic side of it. It's still a job to get to it, but maybe a little easier if I don't have to fool with that. So I do have the whatchamacallit here. I did clear the codes and I restarted the car and all that, and I'm still getting the left front inlet control and the control module. So I did, like I mentioned earlier, I did do some research on that, and the 3000 for sure, I don't remember those. I looked at a few codes, so I'm having a difficult time remembering right now, but I'll probably double check anyways. But those codes, the control codes, the left front inlet control and whatnot, those pretty much say internal module error, replace the module. So it's pretty straightforward in my opinion. Hopefully I'm not wrong. So I'm gonna get off the camera real quick. I'm gonna do some preliminary stuff, and then I'll get back in there when I'm ready to get my hands on the vehicle. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're back. I went ahead and did something real quick. I went into the scan tool, and then there's a feature for the Ford that to install the parameters from one module to the other. You can kind of like save it in the tool and then put it in there, some mumbo jumbo like that. So I went ahead and did that real quick. Now I'm going to get started with this. Now I will say real quick, because this one kind of stumped me for a little bit. There's 3 fuses for the ABS. You got these 2, and then this fuse right here, which is 19. Fuse 19 is a 5 amp fuse. And the reason I got kind of lost with it is because you know, you sometimes get tunnel vision. You got 18, I'm sorry, you have 17, 18 right here, and then it jumps down to 20. So 19 kind of vanishes, and I was so focused in this area thinking, oh, it's got to be here, got to be here. I even looked at the cover to see the number. I never found it, and it was all together here the whole time. 19 is way over here. It's kind of out of pocket. It's kind of an oddball, so just be mindful of that. I did check it. It's good, so we're good. And I was able to verify that fuse. So all fuses have been verified. I do have communication with the module. It's not that the module is not communicating or anything like that. Is that these codes are related to an internal module fault. So that's why we're going to replace it. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the air cleaner, the battery tray and all that to be able to get to the module back there. Probably not going to record that because it's very difficult to get back in there, and you're not really going to see much. So I'm not planning on recording that part, but once I get this, I'm gonna go ahead and start recording again. Stay tuned. All right guys, so we're back. Unfortunately, my idea of just replacing the module didn't work. So because of the position, which I will show you here shortly. So what I did is I just went ahead and laid the used ABS module close to the old one that's installed, and the harness does reach, so I was able to connect it. I just wanted to make sure, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have an issue here as well. So these 2 codes popped up, which is expected. All I gotta do is program or calibrate the I already did the whole little mumbo jumbo. So we're gonna go to interactive vehicle dynamics, and then okay, we're gonna calibrate lateral acceleration sensor. Okay, the lateral acceleration sensor is calibrating. Okay, it's gonna do this a couple times. So yeah, the reason I say I'm having an issue here is because this is the second time I'm doing this, by the way. I'm still getting a module error code. Turn ignition off. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have to, oops. We're gonna have to put this to charge. Turn the ignition on. Now we're going to calibrate the longitudinal acceleration sensor. Okay, so it's gonna do this 3 times there. And those 2 codes should disappear. Okay, successful. Turn off. Okay, we're gonna go to control unit. We're gonna go to ABS. Trouble codes. Turn the switch on. Okay. And let's see what we get here now. Yep, still getting the U3000 code, which is a control module. Yeah, this is not gonna be cool. We're gonna clear it. Chances are it's gonna, come right back up. So this module's probably jacked up too. This is a problem with buying junkyard parts. You really don't know what you're going to get. Oh boy, let me put this thing to charge. So this is a bust. Well, luckily that's why I did what I did. I really didn't want to go into the whole. I just briefly connected this to just to make sure that I don't get that mass airflow sensor code. Okay, because this thing is such a pain, I really didn't want to go through the hassle of installing it. And then running into this issue. So that's why I did what I did. With junkyard parts, you just never know, because again, these parts come from junk cars. You don't know if this car had the same problem this car is having. Especially if these problems are common, yeah, there's a good chance that you're gonna get you may get a bad part out of the junkyard, you know. So hopefully now they'll honor a warranty, give me my money back, or give me another one, or God knows what, you know. If not, we're gonna have to bite the bullet and get a new one from the dealer. So as you can see, this thing is buried back in there, and look at the orientation of the control module. See, it's up against the firewall, so I can't get to the screws, and even if I couldn't push it out far enough to clear any components inside to get it out. So I'm gonna have to end up biting the bullet and replacing the entire unit, you know, as the that's what the manual says. You got to replace it as a unit, which is cool, but sometimes you can, you know, find little shortcuts and stuff. So if you can, you know, why not? That's what I did with the with these Toyotas that have an error with the ABS control module. It shorts out, and then I got a video on it. If you're interested, I'll post a link into the description. And all you gotta do is take off the screws, pop this out, pop the new one in, and boom, bada bing, bada boom, you're done, you know. But Mr. Ford didn't want to be that nice and, you know, give us that break. So we're gonna have to bite the bullet and replace the whole unit. So I wanted to do this as a test to make sure I have a good unit before I go through all the trouble of changing that. So we're gonna go ahead and have to call this place up and tell them, hey, I got a bad part. What are you guys gonna do? I'm still getting that U3000 code, and per the manual, replace it. Powers are verified. I have communication. It's not that I don't have communication. Fuses are good. Power grounds, I'm getting that. You know, it says it's an internal module problem, so it's nothing we can fix externally. So let me make that phone call and see what's gonna happen, and we'll get back with you. Alrighty then, so we are back with the Transit Connect, and I have swapped out the module with another module that the junkyard supplied, and I went ahead and connected it. It's not installed, it's just connected at this point. But what I did was the same operation. I hooked it up. I had to calibrate the whatchamacallits, the sensors, and I cleared the codes, and look at what we got. 0. Beautiful. Light is off. Well, now it's flashing because I'm reading codes, but as you can see, they went out. No trouble codes detected. Let me just turn it on just for the heck of it. Make sure. Okay, again, the part is not installed, it is just connected. The original part is still installed to the vehicle, so I still have to do the install and bleed the brakes and all that good jazz. Okay, sorry about that, my GoPro turned off, but this is just to make sure that I have a known good part, which I believe I do now because the lights are off, and that's good enough for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, remove the battery again, and disconnect everything, and then go ahead and shoot for the install at this time. So I gotta, you know, move all this stuff out of the way to get. Alrighty then, so we are back. I apologize that the camera turned off like that. I was running out of batteries apparently, even though it said it still had 43%, but you know, it is what it is. So I went ahead and buttoned everything up. The only thing I have left to do is bleed the brake system, and I will not do that tonight. I will do that tomorrow because it is raining and it's very horrible right now. So, and not only that, but it's getting kind of late, so I'm ready to finish this up. So as you can see, no more ABS light, traction control, brake light, none of that stuff. All that has been repaired. I went ahead and replaced the ABS module. That took care of that. And as you can see here, we have the original module. And this was not easy to get out, I will say that. It was a bit of a bear because you have all the lines. Hold on. First of all, let me turn this off. You got all the lines coming through here, and they're literally in the way. So once you loosen this little, it was a funny looking Torx, really flat. Once you take that one off, you can go ahead and slide this out because it's held by 2 other pins here. So you could just slide that out. But because you have all these things in the way, you have to and again, this is not a how-to video or anything like that, but at least if you're trying to do this yourself, you'll know what you'll get into. You have to kind of move these as much as possible out of the way, kind of work them over, because you have to kind of like twist this way and then bloop, pop it out, and then the same way it came out, you got to kind of work it back in. It's a bit of work, I'm not gonna lie. I got it done, but it wasn't a 1, 2, 3 thing. You got to kind of maneuver things, and you're kind of in tight quarters, all the way back there, and you got this tower here for the strut in the way. I mean, it was a bit of a mess, but it got done, no big deal. So I did tell my friend about the battery. He told me he was gonna bring one or something. I haven't heard back from him. I couldn't get a hold of him. He's a really busy dude, just like me. But I couldn't leave this just torn apart till I heard something, so I just decided to put everything back together. And tomorrow morning, hopefully, I'm just gonna go ahead and bleed the brakes, and that should be it for this. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe. Thank you all for your support. I'm just getting back from a quick vacation I took last week. I posted a quick little funny video there with my father-in-law. I may post some like a quick thing of what was done over there. I'm not sure if I'll do that or not. If you guys want to see it, I'll post it. If not, then I may or may not, I'm not sure. But now it's back on the grind, so we got to get back to it. So thanks a lot for your support again. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video. Ciao.